All right, so we are going to chat today about how to fail in business. I think, there's so much talk about what to do, and not enough talk about what not to do. Okay, it's so important to not only know the how to's, but then also okay, what are some things that I should avoid? I think that's just as important as knowing what to do. So if you are excited about that, show me some love in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share all of the things. And let's get into it. So mistake number one, okay, is not having a vision or a plan. I hear it all the time. People are saying things like, oh, it would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice to make this much money. It would be nice to have this. It would be nice to have that. Yeah. But if there's not a desperate need or a desperate desire for whatever that is, you're not going to take the appropriate action, or you're not going to be consistent in the action. So I think about my own personal story. When I share this, I think about the fact that when I started, I had $70 to my name. I wanted to have more options with my kids. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to have the ability to go to even just the movies and not worry about finances. I literally had such little money that I couldn't even take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese. My favorite part of the day was sleep. Why was my favorite part of the day sleep? Because that was the time that I didn't have to think about money. That was a time I didn't think about, stress. I didn't have to worry about anything if I was asleep. And so when I was introduced to a passive income system, I had a level of disgust in my life. And if you pair that with a proper system and consistency, you can get yourself out. But if you don't have a clear vision or a clear plan, you're not going to take the appropriate action. So my first goal was to make $500 in 1 month. And I had a plan. I had a system. I had something I could follow. And because I followed that, I ended up making $1,100 in my first 6 weeks. And I was mind blown. But do you see the thing though? I had that level of disgust. $70, 29 years old, borrowing money from parents. That's disgusting. So my clear vision and clear plan was $500 a month, and it ended up growing from there. And I just kept setting goal after goal. My first goal after I made the 500 was to take my kids to Disney World and pay cash for that. And I didn't want my mom funding that trip. I wanted to just take the kids and go, pay cash, have fun. And I did that. That was my second goal. And we paid cash for Disney. And then I set another goal, very clear vision for what I wanted. Okay. What's up, Dion? Good to see you on. Mistake number 2 is not being consistent. Again, if you have a strong vision, a strong goal, then you should be consistent. But you cannot expect to get the results you're looking for if you're not working your business every day. And I tell my team, I'm like, look, you got to treat this like your regular job. You seriously have to treat this like your regular job, because if you don't, you're not going to show up on the bad days, on the days when you don't feel like it, on the days when you're tired, on the days when you're just like, the sun is beautiful outside, I just want to go play. Trust me, I'm so guilty. I'm so guilty of pushing my business to the side, or I'll get to it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later, right? You can't treat your business that way. Why do I show up every day? Well, because I have a clear vision and a clear goal, right? I want to help families build passive income systems. I want you to experience what it's like to wake up to $500 more than you did the day before. I want you to experience what it's like to not have to wake up to an alarm clock. I want you to experience what it's like to have a $10,000 Christmas. I want you to experience the freedom that passive income can provide you. That's why I show up. And so that's mistake number 3, is only thinking about yourself. I did that for a while in my business. I had some level of success. I did. But when I was only thinking about me, I flatlined. There has to come a point in your business where you start thinking of other people. And I believe it was Jim Rohn that says, if you help enough people get what they want, then yours is going to be an automatic. If you help enough people get what they want, then yours is an automatic. And I was like, okay, we are going to crush this thing, man. I want to help as many families as I can not have to take a calculator to the grocery store. I want to help as many people as I can experience the power of passive income. When you're driving your kid home from work or school and your phone goes off, ding, and you got a payment. Freaking amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. And that is not just reserved for a select few. I've said this over and over and over again. Success is not reserved for a select few. Success is for those people who have a level of disgust in their life. They have a clear vision and they have a plan, and they pair that with an incredible system and consistency. Anybody can do anything they set their minds to. Now, I don't think I can dunk a basketball, but you get what I'm saying. When it comes to success, financial success, it's going to boil down to consistency. And then learning the skills that it takes to attract people to your offer, to your service, to your product. I think I know this, and it kind of ties into mistake number 3, which was only thinking about yourself. Another big mistake when it comes to business is pride. When you have so much pride that you feel like you got this, you don't need anybody's help. You don't need anybody's help. Excuse me. You have to be able to humble yourself and say, man, I need a team. And that's what excited me the most when I got started with this, was to know, wow, I have a community of support, community of people to support me. I have a mentor. Like, I'm not alone. Sorry about my dog. Watson. Come on, Watson. He is on high alert over there. But yeah, and asking for help. Ask for help. I blow up my mentor's phone every day. I'm asking for help. I'm asking for some advice, right? I'm seeking mentorship. You have to remember that 2 heads are better than 1, my friend. 2 heads are always going to be better than 1. So you have to be willing to ask for help, okay? Mistake number 4. Trying to sell the business. I've done content on this before. Trying to sell the business. You're just focusing on the perks of the business when, my friend, you have to hit on people's heartstrings. And how do you hit on people's heartstrings? Through your own story. You've got to be really, really good at sharing your story. My husband passed away, widow mom, 2 kids. Started with $70 to my name. I was sick and tired of having more month at the end of the money. I was sick and tired of borrowing money from my parents. I was sick and tired of relying on government assistance. That's where I was. Took my little bitty $70 and put it into a system that paid me nearly $1 million over time. But it's not even about the million. It's about the freedom that provided, the ability to homeschool my kids, get out of debt, start another business, started a fitness and nutrition business. being able to give more, sponsored a child from Africa. We've been sending her money for like 12 years. That is what having that income can do. It can do so many things. It just opens doors. It's just open doors. And so your story, my friend, is what is going to be your biggest asset. It is going to be your story. And so if you visit the link in my bio, or if you visit the link right here or down here, right, I'm going to send you a free mini masterclass. A mini masterclass on how to share your story. And then you have a 5-day passive income challenge that I also give you. I want to teach you how to build a passive income system so that you can have the freedom that you want and that you deserve. I'll tell you right now, I do not want to be 80 years old and broke. I do not want to rely on Social Security. I do not want to find myself in a situation where my parents need me to take care of them and I'm tied to a job. I want to have the freedom and flexibility to come and go as I please and not sacrifice money. And I know I'm not the only one that has those types of desires. I cannot be. I cannot be. So that's what I share the most. Do I talk about some details of the business? Yes. The fact that you can get your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day is something definitely worth sharing. But what problem does that solve? So instead of just hammering people with the perks of the business, it's saying things like, do you want to start your own online work from home business, but you feel like you don't have the time? Do you want to start your own online work from home business, but you don't even know where to start? You feel like you're clueless? You feel like you need all these skills? Do you want to start your online work from home business, but you don't have the money? Well, what if I told you you could get all of your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day? What if I told you it was a done for you business, a legit plug and play business that you could start in one day, launch by day 3 and have profit in day 7, by day 7? And what if I told you it costs less than the phone you're talking on? It costs less than your monthly bill. And it's not an MLM, by the way. Right? So you see, so you can talk about the perks to the business, but you have to identify the problem that it solves first. So I teach my team, we were talking actually on Sunday about, products. Okay. So I also sell nutritional supplements, and I'm seeing my team post flyers on their page. And I'm like, would you stop your scroll for that? But I asked, in particular, I asked one of my team members, I said, what were you trying to convey by posting that? Well, it increases strength, and it does this, and it does that, and it does this, and it does that. And I said, well, that's all good and great, but you haven't stated the problem. And then you have to provide the solution. So I said, get rid of the picture of the flyer, put a picture of yourself, and talk about yourself. Why are you excited about the product? Well, I've noticed I've become weaker as I've gotten older. Awesome. I've gotten weaker as I've gotten older, so I'm excited to take this product that's proven to improve strength by 46%. You see what I mean? So anyway, all that to say is you've got to quit trying to sell the business and focus on the solutions. People are always going to think, what's in it for me? And so if you just try to sell the perks of a business, you're not going to hit those heartstrings the way people need. Okay. And then mistake number 5 is people try to sell too much, right? Not being authentic is what I'm trying to say. Not being authentic. You've got to be yourself, my friend. I tried it. I was looking left and right, I was comparing myself to everybody else, thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not pretty enough. My eyelashes aren't bold enough. Maybe I should wear a nose ring. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that, right? Oh, I don't show up with that kind of energy. Let me try and show up with more energy. Oh, they know how to do all these cute dances. Let me learn how to do all these cute dances. No, my friend, just be yourself. If people don't like you for who you truly are, then they're not meant to be in your business. They're not meant to be in your life. You have to show up 100% and authentic. 100% authentic. Don't make the mistake of trying to be somebody that you're not. Don't make the mistake of not being true to yourself. I look back on some of my content and I'm like, okay, Jana, that was weird because it's not me, right? Been there, done that. It happens. Sometimes when we get into a lull, like maybe the business is just like in a lull, maybe you're not hitting the numbers that you want to hit. Okay, that's another tip for you would be trust the process. So oftentimes when things look like they're going down, instead of having massive action, which solves all problems, you start looking for the shiny object, right? You start thinking, okay, what do I need to fix? What do I need to change? When reality is it's just a season that maybe the economy's in, could be other factors. But you just have to keep pushing, my friend. You have to keep pushing. 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 Keep planning your digital real estate. This is your digital real estate. Your videos are your digital real estate. Keep doing your content. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. It's a concept called stuffing the pipeline. You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to grab a hold of what you have to offer. You may not be getting the likes. You may not be getting the follows. You may not be getting the reaction you're looking for, but you don't know what other people are doing. You don't know that there are people who are watching your content and they haven't responded yet. They just haven't responded yet. Maybe they're looking for your consistency. Could very, very well be. They're looking at your consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Just show up. Okay. And that would be another mistake would be thinking that you have to show up perfect, like with perfection. Don't have to be perfect to be successful. You just need to be in action. You just need to be consistent. There are times when I'll be doing a video and I'll watch it back and I see I have like a booger in my nose. Friend, I leave it there. You know why I leave it there? I leave it there for you. I leave it there for the people who believe you have to be perfect. And if they can see me show up and be like, oh my God, did she not know she had something on her face and she still posted that? She must be really confident. I am. I don't care. You're either going to join me or you're not. I am totally okay with whatever you decide to do. But at least at the end of the day, I am being Jana Brown. I'm not being anybody else. I am being Jana Elizabeth Brown. And I'm trying to be the best version that I can be every single day. Because I have a clear vision, right? I'm trying to be consistent. I got to show up every day. I'm humbling myself and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm following the 2-hour workday, going to show up every day and do my live video. When you do those things, you can't not have success. It's inevitable that you are going to have success. You are going to crush it. You are going to quit your job if that's what you want. You are going to make your first 6 figures in 1 year if that's what you want. There is no reason for you not to have success if you do the things. Do the things, my friend. Do the things. Do the things. And I promise you are going to crush it. You will. All right, another mistake. And I can't even think of what number we're on. I think we're on mistake number 6. And that is listening to your emotions. letting the highs get too high, the lows get too low. You know, really just being emotionally driven. You can't, like, you have to be steady. And so what ties into being emotionally stable in business, that's going to have a direct correlation to your finances. Okay? You have to make very, very smart financial decisions as you start growing in your income. And it's really hard to do that if you're right, if you're emotional. So I was feeling pretty impulse the other day to make a financial move, and I was like, no, like you can't listen to yourself sometimes. You have to listen to reason. You have to listen to reason. I wanted to buy a puppy. And I was like, Jana, play that out in your mind, girlfriend. Play that out in your mind. Do I really want to take the time to train a puppy for 6 months? Do I really want to obligate myself to an animal for the next 12 to 14 years? I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. What do I want more? I want to have big fun with my kids. I want to go to basketball games with my son and put our feet on the home court, right? Like I want to have big fun with my kids, big, big, big fun. And so when I'm impulsed to make a financial move, I ask myself, okay, what do you want more? Do you want the dog or do you want courtside seats? I'm like, courtside seats. Save your money, girl. Save your money. Save your money. But the first mistake is, or the first goal I would challenge you to set would be get out of debt. Okay. I was challenged to get out of debt in my first business, and I believe it saved me from so many like a lot of financial problems. Because when business was down, it was down, and I didn't have to worry about a car note, and I didn't have to worry about a mortgage. Can you imagine how much money you would have? How much, you can actually do the math. How much money would you have if you did not have a mortgage or a car note? You'd probably have quite a bit. I'm guessing $36,000 a year you'd have extra. Easily, right, Catherine? Easily. So key takeaways for staying on track, okay? For staying on track, key takeaways. Be clear on what you want and define the amount of money you need per month to make that happen. Be consistent. You have to show up every day, whether you feel like it or not. You have to treat this like a job. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. Make sure you get out of debt. Make smart financial moves. Don't try to sell the business or the product, right? Share your story, share your story, share your story, share your story. Think of other people. Think of others. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Think of others. And when business gets low, don't look left, don't look right. You just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, my friends, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate you. Have an incredible rest of your night, rest of your day, rest of your morning, whatever time of day you are watching this. And let's go do great things together.